Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
Looky, it's Skyfire!
It's Jetfire.
Skyfire!
Jetfire.
Skyfire!
Jetfire.
Skyfire!
Told you it was Jetfire. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Transformers Cyber Battalion figure, and it's Jetfire. Now I've already reviewed Prowl. If you'd like to take a look at that and hadn't seen it, I'll add a card in this video here. If you're unfamiliar with this series, this is Wave 2. They did a series of these a while ago, a very long time ago, with like Starscream and Prime, and I forget who else was in it. This wave has Bumblebee, Prowl, Jetfire, and Megatron. Bumblebee looks kind of funky, and I passed on him. I definitely loved Prowl. This guy looks really awesome, and I'm very interested in the Megatron. So let's go ahead and take a look at Jetfire's packaging. Here we have Jetfire in package, and I really do like the boxes for these. They really remind me of Masterpiece figures for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It says Transformers. It's got the Generations logo. We get this really cool artwork of Jetfire right here. He transforms in 8 steps. Here he is in robot mode. There he is in vehicle mode. It says Jetfire. He's basically a resculpt and repaint of Starscream. So it's pretty much the same. If you've got Starscream, this should be very similar to you. But I don't have him, and he looks cool, and it's kind of neat to get a new Jetfire figure. It's got an Autobot logo up there, Autobot logo there, and then it's got the artwork for Jetfire right there. So just kind of a close-up. Very cool. Definitely digging that. And then front side of the packaging, there is the artwork. That looks really tough. Yeah, it looks pretty neat. I like it. I think it looks pretty fun. Back of the packaging, it's got a very quick write-up there that says, the Autobot scientist Jetfire is always looking to upgrade and improve Autobots' technology. Is he? Is he really? I just remember him flying the Autobots everywhere and yelling at Starscream. But I don't know. Maybe it's just nostalgia thinking. But there he is in robot mode again. Jet mode. His instructions are on the back of the package. He transforms in 8 steps. So again, just kind of a close-up. There it is. There is the bio, if you want to pause and read that. You're more than welcome to, but I've already read it. There are the instructions. If you need them, there they are. So yeah. That's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Jetfire out of box and see what we think. So here we have Jetfire out of the packaging, and I do like the figure. There are some things that are kind of bothersome with it, but those are only really minor. Aside from the price, these things are $15.99 at Walgreens, so it's like $18 and some change after tax. And I just feel like it's just a little bit too much for what they are. This is maximum a $12 figure. I think a $10 figure would be a great price point for this. If I paid $10, I'd feel 100% satisfied with it. But leaving it, being about 15, going up to 18 after tax, it just kind of on price. Because it does feel almost like a knockoff figure, the way the plastic is made, and it's essentially a giant Legends figure. With that gripe out of the way, everything else is actually pretty decent. I do have 1, 2 maybe minor gripes in regards to the toy itself, as far as like articulation goes, but it's actually not too bad. I'm going to take his guns out of his hand, which he does come with weapons. Prowl did not, so that's kind of nice. I definitely dig that. So the articulation on this guy, the head does move. It's kind of difficult to get to it between these 2 pieces here, which are obviously made for Starscream, but it does move. There's no mouth on him, which is really kind of interesting. A very smooth visor. His elbow has a single joint right there. There is no articulation in the wrist. none in the waist. The upper arm does move all the way around like that on a mushroom peg, so that's nice. And then the arms do go out, and that is for transformation, but it also works for posability. The legs kick that far forward, they kick all the way back. They do go out really, really far, so he can do a splits, something fierce. And then there is minor articulation in the ankle going forward, and again, that is for transformation. My biggest problem with articulation is there is no knee joint, and there looks like there should be. They sculpted a knee on there, but did not actually put the joint in, which is very unfortunate and probably the biggest drawback on this figure as far as articulation goes. So taking a closer look at Jetfire himself, I like the stylized look on the helmet. It's a very different look for Jetfire, almost animated look. He has a very smooth face mask. I like the silver paint. The blue on his chest there on the cockpit looks nice. Lots of white and red everywhere on this robot. I mean, he is a very white and red, which, I mean, the way it should be. We get a lot of very kidly look on the back of the wings here, but, I mean, that's the underside of the wings, so that's fine. It works for me. We also get some silver paint apps on this guy here and there on his jet and robot mode. But yeah, the blue looks really pretty. I think the silver looks nice. The white, very nice. Now taking a closer look at the midsection of the figure, again, the red and the white paint apps look really good. I'm definitely digging that. All the sculpt work looks nice. The hands, I like how they're nice and clean on this bot. Lots of detail in the forearms. Very, very cool. The back of the figure, not really much going on. Not a lot of empty spaces, which I do appreciate. There is some in the arm, but that's not too terribly bad. And he's actually pretty flat as far as a Skyfire or a Jetfire figure is, you know, concerned, considering what we've had in the past. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, these actually look pretty good. I'm not a fan of the wings hanging out on the side there on his legs. I wish they would have folded backward. That would have been a lot cooler. I do like the feet. They're very old school G1 toy-like, which is very nice, and they work, and they work well, and they say Jetfire to me, which was very, very cool. And then the red and the white all over the bot looks really, really good. For comparison, here we have the Cyber Battalion Jetfire next to the Cyber Battalion Prowl, and I don't know which one I like better. I like them both. I really kind of feel this is the more solid figure than this guy. There are parts of him that feel very, very flimsy. I don't know, I like his head sculpt a little bit better, I think. In general, I think this is just a sturdier figure than this guy is. And just ever so slightly, although he comes with weapons and he does not, you know, he's a little bit cleaner in robot than he is in robot mode, with the doors hanging off of his arms and then the piece on the back here. But yeah, I mean, they're very, very, very close, but I think Prowl is slightly better a figure. Now, one other thing I wanted to note about Jetfire here, while he can hold the guns in his hands, which I showed at the beginning of the video, you could also place these on his arms, like Starscream, because that's the way the mold was designed initially. So you can do that, and to be honest, that is my preferred way to display the figure in robot mode. I think that looks a little bit better for some reason. It just fits the mold the way it's supposed to. If you did not want to do that, you can display another way. And this is my other minor gripe with the figure, the way these pegs are designed versus what we get. We get these kind of angular ports in the hands, so these kind of go kind of wonky. You have to get them in the right spot. And then on the back of the figure, we have ports for the wings. And I'm not really sure why, because, I mean, you can use them in the jet mode, but they show you to use the arm ports in the instructions. You can, if you wanted to, place the let me get this in shot here. Place the guns up there. It would have been nice if they would have put in, some peg ports right here, and then we could have turned these into his rocket packs. Maybe if you ported them like right there, that would have been cool. But it is what it is, I suppose. But just so that you know that you can port the guns in other places. Now, Jetfire, of course, turns into a jet. So let's go ahead and kind of show off the transformation of this figure and get him into his jet mode. So we're going to take the guns off first, and the bird is going nuts in the background. And let's see here. We're going to flip the feet upward like that. The arms, you're going to pull out and then make sure that locks and then bring them down that way. So we're going to lock down like that. The backpack is going to fold that way. You're going to grab the front of the nose cone and bring it up, pop it into place. And we're going to grab this. He's got his little landing gear right there. The back of the figure, I'm going to pull the arms down a bit. There are pegs to peg the legs into the back of the wings. And why aren't they going into place? Go into place. This thing acts funky at times. Alright, let's get those out of the way. And there, nope. What is going on here? What am I missing? Oh! You got to get the wings outward. Duh. Alright, so make sure your wings are spread straight, otherwise this will not clamp in. And then you're going to pull these back down. There are tabs on the arms right here, and they're going to go onto the wings themselves, and it's going to stabilize all of this. Let's see here. Come on. Tab into place. Click, clamp, click. Alright, so there's that. There's that, so that is in place, and then you're going to lift your foils up there. I think the instructions show to do that. With the wings, tail wings, I just lift them upright, kind of like I guess Starscream would have them. Nose cone, put the landing gear down like that. He's already got landing gear at the knees. And then you can, if you want to, mount the guns under the wings, but they kind of go into wonky positions. And then the instructions, they just show you to put them into the arms, which is what I do. They're just straighter and more stable as I unpeg the arm. All right, so there we have the jet mode. And, I mean, it's a good jet mode. I like it. I think it works really, really well. It is obviously Starscream. They did some retooling here, I think, to try to give it the look of the jetpacks that we have in the normal Jetfire type of figures, but I love the blue canopy. I like the design. I like the red and the white. I mean, it looks like Jetfire. The landing gear does fold up. It's part of the same hinge that the nose is, so it's kind of funky the way that works. But overall, I mean, it's pretty decent looking Jetfire. I like it. We do have the hands hanging out of the back. That is a bit of a shame. I wish those could have folded up or something. But, you know, for a Giant Legends class type figure, it's not too bad. I like the jets back here. That looks good. I'm not too hip about that big hinge across the top. But, hey, I mean, it's not too bad. Overall, this is a good jet mode for what it is. So is the Cyber Battalion Jetfire something that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, if you don't like the Giant Legends figures, this is probably an easy pass for you. If you are a Jetfire completist, you're going to want this figure. If you do not have a Jetfire in your collection, you missed the last version that we've gotten of him, this may be something that you want to pick up as, you know, a hold piece. It's a good figure. I like it. I like the Giant Legend figure for some reason. I don't know why, I just do. This is a more complicated transform than Prowl is, but it doesn't, I mean, I don't know, they both have their strong and weak points. I think they're about $5 overpriced. I do, but it is what it is. It's neat to see these actually out and coming out again, and hopefully we get some more. I definitely want to pick the Megatron up. A Bumblebee I just don't care for, and I get my robot to car out of Prowl, so I'm okay with that. But this was actually a lot of fun. I didn't get the Starscream when it initially came out, so I was glad to get the Jetfire. And I always like a new Jetfire figure, so it's definitely pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting figure. So again, if you're not into this style, this could be an easy pass. If you like the more animated type of characters, this is something you might like. This would be a good Jetfire for a Transformers animated shelf. I mean, it would work there the way the face is constructed. So, you know, a little overpriced, but it is kind of a Walgreens exclusive because I've only seen those figures at Walgreens. So if you see them anywhere else, definitely shout out below. Otherwise, check the shelves at Walgreens. So there he is, the Cyber Battalion Jetfire.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.